Randall is a villainous, evil, mutant chameleon. Or is he? Let me explain. Randall was once Mike's friend. He was a nerdy, shy and nervous monster who just wanted some friends and to fit in. With big dreams, much like all the other students at Monsters University. But this soon changed. That's what we will be investigating in this video requested by Stephen Craigs. If you have a request, comment below and you might have a video dedicated to you. Now, let's get it done.
Hey there, I'm your roomie.
We see Mike and Randall's first interaction in Monsters University, the prequel to Monsters Inc. This prequel takes us back to the days the young scarers are at university. Sharp-clawed and slippy-scaled, the monsters seem enthusiastic to start their scaring career. We see Randall meeting Mike in their room. This first interaction shows the two getting along, with Randall even following advice given by Mike to remove his glasses because they do not disappear when he disappears. Randall seems surprised when Mike tells him he should use his disappearing ability to his advantage. A shocked Randall could not believe his ears. This show of low confidence in his ability really shows us that Randall was once a nervous monster. It also gives us viewers an insight to what his personality was like before all the events leading up to his severe beating from the hillbilly. The advice of removing his glasses reveals why Randall has a squint in the original movie. This is also the start of the viewers seeing a change in Randall's appearance, signifying Randall has a darker side. The editors achieved this with the help of music, camera zoom and positioning. This is also the case when Mike first opens the door to the room. There is an almost ominous shadow and noise, then Randall scatters out to meet Mike. I think this step-by-step method to show the development of the villain is genius, and I will get to other key points through this video. I really do think the editors done a good job showing the development of Randall into a villain, and I think they take a lot of similar traits we see in criminals today, being loners who struggled fitting in and ultimately hating everyone. Not long after, we see Randall has baked some cakes to try and fit in with the cool kids, which he seems nervous about. This bit is quite important, as I think his need to fit in and never really fitting in with anyone add to the build-up of him becoming the misunderstood villain we know today. The cakes he clearly spent a lot of time baking spell out, "Be my pal," proving Randall just wants some friends and that he is a kind-hearted monster beneath the scales. Soon, we see Randall left embarrassed with letters from the cakes he made splat on him, spelling out lame, after Mike speeds past on a pig. Although Mike did not do this on purpose, it created a situation in which Randall was fearful of, that being, embarrassed and not fitting in with the cool group. Being embarrassed like this does not help his confidence, and one must think that this was the start of hatred towards Mike, but it doesn't seem like a big deal in the movie. Despite this, Randall finally becomes a member of the Omega Raw and ends up abandoning Mike, refusing to become a member of the Uzma Kappa. Although he has gained the attention of the cool kids, one can only think that he might have a deep regret later on. Then comes the final scare games. Sulley and Randall go head-to-head, racing to the scare rooms, but just before Randall was about to scare the dummy, Sulley's roar knocked him onto the floor, startling Randall, causing his skin to change to a white with red hearts pattern. Due to this, the dummy does not scream as much as it would have, causing him to lose the lead and his teammates to get frustrated when they see him with this not-so-scary skin pattern. This causes Randall to say, "It will be the last time you beat me, Sulley." This seems to be the true start of rivalry between Randall and Sulley and brings the question, does Randall start to regret joining the Omega and abandoning Mike? This question is brought up because we see Mike's strong friendship with Sulley in Monsters Inc. and Randall seems to be alone with only his scare coach Fungus by his side. Could this mean that all his cool friends from university abandoned him, much like when he abandoned Mike, making him feel even more salty towards the two? This great deal of embarrassment at the scare games brings back all of Randall's insecurities that we see slowly disappear after him joining the cool kids group. The rivalry between Sulley and Randall gets heated in Monster Inc., with both Randall and Sulley battling it out to be the leader on the scare board. We soon find out that behind the scenes, he is working with Mr. Waternoose and has built a scream extractor with the intention of kidnapping children to forcefully extract scream power. Their plan to take over soon gets out, and we see a battle building between all the characters. Although this video is about the misunderstood Randall, we as viewers taking a look from the other side of Randall cannot ignore the fact he did try to finish Sulley when he was hanging off the door at height. Now, one could argue that in the heat of the moment he tried to cover up what was happening, or even that it was his chance to finally become top of the leaderboard, but I think Randall is under a great deal of pressure at this point in the movie and that he feels he needs to find a way of reducing the pressure. Another part which cannot be ignored is when he seems to be enjoying the screaming child as he extracts the scream. I'm not sure this is a valid argument, as all the monsters, including Mike and Sulley, seem to treat this as a sport at the beginning of the movie, going in and scaring for the screams, and they all seem to enjoy it. So, looking at it through a monster's point of view, there could be some sort of dopamine rush when a scream is extracted. So my point is that, maybe Randall is enjoying the scream harvest, instead of enjoying the misery of the child, seeing as they seem to see scaring as a sport. Similarly, we need to remember that this is a machine he has made for the purpose of harvesting their energy source, and it may be the first time he has seen it working or almost working on a child. Eventually, Randall ends up getting thrown into a door where he is then viciously beaten by a hillbilly family, who think he's a crocodile. Then Mr. Wharton is taken by the CDA, where it is revealed that Roz is an undercover agent. I feel Randall may have felt that he had no other way and may have been fed lies by Mr. Wharton, or promised to be the boss of the company in some way and eventually getting the revenge he promised to bring on Sulley in university. So to conclude, there are obviously some points in Monsters Inc. where Randall's behavior is undeniably wrong, and fueled by events that took place when the monsters were younger. I believe that Randall, although not completely innocent, may have been manipulated by Mr. Wharton and treated like a puppet on string, with the promise of Randall's ultimate goal of being a partner or boss of the Monsters Inc. company. He seems to be under constant pressure throughout both movies to impress and fit in, but this is something that only seems to happen when he gets involved with the wrong people, who then seem to take advantage of him. I truly believe that he regretted his decision to abandon Mike and ended up becoming jealous of Mike and Sully's friendship. I think he was battling between wanting to be the top dog and having Mike as a friend. Sadly, he started to fall into a character that he may not have wanted to be in the first place and almost forced to act as a villain, when in reality all he wanted was a friend. That concludes today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know what your thoughts are. Is Randall truly evil, or has the evil been pressed into him? Thanks for watching.